Hello there, runNDers. It's Manny again, and we got quite a bit to talk about, or maybe not that much. It depends. So we will be getting to those topics pretty soon. But before we do, guys, keep subscribing to the channel. A lot of you have not subscribed yet. We appreciate that, so the channel continues to grow. Keep sharing the information, and of course, keep interacting. Keep commenting down below. Ask questions, comment on what you like, what you don't like. That's okay. And let me know so that channel will continue growing. Remember, this is your channel. So again, comment down below and let's get right to it. So the first thing we had happen is we had the medal drop for Wine Dine. So let's take a quick look at those. So first off, we got the 5K, which is a Muppet Swedish Chef. I think this is awesome. I love this. Then we got Tiana for the 10K. It's in her classic look. Then we have the half marathon. I love this one too. Remy with the fork and the knife and kind of in the plate. And this is the one, I really do like this one. This looks like it's an inside spinner. So what are your thoughts? I personally like them. I thought they were really, really cool. I liked all of them. I could tell that basically it looked like 3 out of the 4 were just stationary, maybe some minor spinning here and there. It looked like the challenge medal might be an internal spinner, so it looked like part of it inside was going to be spinning around. I got to see it on my big screen TV, so I paused it, looked at it for a bit, and it did look like that, but I was wondering what is on the other side. I'm not sure, I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be the case, but it does look that way. Now, we will be able to see these medals more than likely at Halloween, at Disneyland Halloween. Now, there is a small chance that we will get to see the medals for the marathon weekend. I think we still got a little bit of ways before we get to that, but there's a real small chance that in September when we do the Halloween, the Disneyland Halloween, we might be able to see those medals also. So what do you guys think of the medals? Please comment down below. Did you like them? Did you not like them? Is it going to add to your experience? Is it going to take away? Whatever you want to comment down below, please do so. Now next, we could talk about Club Run Disney. The registration is coming tomorrow, and I don't think there's going to be a lot of open slots. So, you know, instead of that, let's go ahead and talk about what happened at Princess registration. And this, I don't care what that other guy says, we are going to talk about Club Run Disney. So we're going to go onto the screen here. So they're going to show you how to get in there. You're going to go to Community, Club Run Disney. So what is the information that we're going to need for tomorrow? So it's going to be blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to go over the important parts of it. So take your Run Disney experience to the next level with Club Run Disney. Yeah, it's a year-long membership. Just, you know, a couple of things to remember. So pending availability, this is very important. Look at the top. Pending availability 2025, Club Run Disney memberships will go on sale to the general public, us mere mortals, on August 1st, 2024 at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Remember that, okay? Current Club Run Disney members, click here. So there, I think they're basically at the end of when they can renew. So now we're going to get into the what it is. So what do they carry? So 2025 Club Run Disney membership overview. So first of all, you have your silver membership. That's $289. It went up from last year. By the way, all of them went up from last year. So benefits include, and so before we even go on, we're going to say this is the base for all of them. Later on, I'm going to explain to you how you're going to find value in this, but this is a base because it doesn't add anything of value. What you get, what you see here is what you get. So the benefits include the membership welcome kit, which is a member jacket, a Club Run Disney magnet, a membership card, a Club Run Disney virtual 10K medal, which I think is in October. They send that to you, so just be aware of that. Tier 1 pricing year-round for available Run Disney races. Now, most of them sell out way before the Tier 1. This will have to do with, let's say you decide to do one and you didn't register and you get the telegram or the X dings, you get notified that they're back on sale and you can get in there. It's going to have a date to where the prices go up, and so you won't be, it won't happen to you, so you're not going to have to pay the higher price. Exclusive 2025 Run Disney virtual 10K, so they send you the medal. Whether you do it or not, you don't have to send in proof of time or anything. Club Run Disney designation on the race bibs. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I like the when they're perfect and stuff. That's a little different. So when you're a legacy runner, I think that's a really, really cool thing.
Early access to renew your Club Run Disney memberships before sales open to the general public. So that's really important, because if you get into this one next year, let's say you can't get into any of the other ones, you get into this one. Next year, you're on the list to upgrade right away. So if you log in, you can upgrade, and so now you can get into one of the higher tiers if you like. Now, I am going to read the fine print here. It says price includes a 6.6 platform service fee, which means that $289 includes that. Applicable sales tax will be added based on guest address. That is very important, because I have gotten some people, thank you very much, by the way, for sending me the information. They pay for them, and it was over the $289. And so what happens is they live somewhere where there is some sales, the tax, it's a state tax, so they're going to charge them because they have to pay a state tax. So if you're in one of those states, then you will pay a little bit more. Registration opening up soon. Let's go to the next tier. Gold membership, $635. It went up from last year, and again, we'll see it in a little bit. The benefits are going to be exactly what happens for the you're going to see it for the silver membership. So the gold membership is going to include that. So now here are the added bonuses. We're going to go towards the top. A guaranteed opportunity to purchase one race registration in each race weekend through early registration. So what that means is a week before, you're going to get a link to register. Actually, it doesn't. I don't think they send that to you anymore. I think you're going to have to log into your account. When you do that, it's going to have it's going to have something that you can click on there. And for this one, you're going to be able to pick one race or one race registration. What that means, that includes the challenges. So for example, if you do the marathon weekend and you want to do the half marathon, you can register for just a half marathon. But if you want to do Goofy or Dopey, those will be included. So you will be able to register for either Dopey or Goofy or any of the challenges in any of the races. So that is your one. So you cannot register for example, you cannot register for the Wine and Dine 2-course challenge. You can register for the Wine and Dine 2-course challenge, but it won't allow you to go back and register for the 5K. You're going to have to go through regular registration. So this is what this tier does. This tier will allow you one race registration per weekend. So again, if you register for the challenge, it won't let you register for the 5K. If you register for the 5K, it won't let you register for the challenge. Okay. Club Run Disney Expo experiences, including early access to Run Disney merchandise shop. It goes in tiers also. So the next one, Platinum, will go first, and then then they'll go in. But that's basically another benefit to having this one. Again, early access to renew your Club Run Disney, and we read the fine print for the other one. So now we have gone over the silver, the gold. Let's go over platinum, which has gone up in price, $993. Now it includes the same things that the other two do. The differences start right here. Guaranteed opportunity to purchase 2 race registrations in each race weekend through early registration. What that means now is if you have this one, now you can register for that Wine and Dine challenge, the 2-course challenge, and the 5K. You're going to be able to register. So it's going to allow you to do 2 of these. So that's going to be good. So for marathon weekend, if let's say you do marathon, you want to do Goofy, or you want to do Goofy on the 10K, you can do that. You want to do Goofy on the 5K, you can do that. You can't register for 3, so it's only 2. So, and if you register for, let's say, Dopey, does that mean that you can register somebody else for the Dopey or the Goofy or 5K, 10K, half or full, whatever it is? And the answer is no. You can only register yourself. So whoever is on this is going to be the only one who can register. So that's going to probably answer some of your questions, because people will ask, can I buy, if I'm not going to be doing it, can I buy it for somebody else? No, don't try it, and don't try to transfer it, because if you get caught, you may and will probably be banned, at least for a while, so it's not worth it. Alright, so the Club Run Disney Expo experience, including Club Run Disney headquarters with convenient packet pickup. So you don't have to go through that big winding, line at that other at the other location to pick up your bibs. You're not going to have to stand in any lines or anything like that. You probably still have to stand in a little bit of lines, but they have convenient packet pickup, and it's right there where the early merchandise. So that's the next one, early access to Run Disney merchandise shop. So you'll be able to get that, and then you're going to be able to pick up your bibs. The other one is the upgraded corral placement. So, for example, I know friends of mine who usually are in C or D, and they got up to B. So that's something that they can do. Early access to renew, you know that, and so registration opens up soon in 1 day. Please note, we're going to go over some of these. So please note that Club Run Disney membership benefits for 2025 will begin on January 1st, 2025, and will be valid through December 31st of 2025. What that means that if you purchase it this year, you're not going to be able to go into the expos early for the next few runs. So if you signed up for Disneyland Halloween, and if you signed up for Wine and Dine, you're still going to have to go through the virtual queue. Starting with Marathon Weekend, you can do it, okay? So you're going to be able to go in there, and it gives you the list, okay? And so it's going to give you the list of the ones that you can go in early. So it's going to be all the ones are in 2025, okay? During the 2025 Club Run Disney Club Run Disney membership period, guaranteed race registration benefits for Gold and Platinum Run Disney members can enjoy the following Run Disney race weekends, and that's all the ones in 2026. So all the ones that you can register for early is going to be the ones in 2026. So this does not include the registration for 2025 Halloween, if they keep it at Halloween, and for Wine and Dine. So that's going to be two that are not going to be included in that. So just remember that, okay? And just read all this fine print. I look at it this way. Some of it is with the health and safety measures, so that's going to be obvious. And again, it reiterates that Club Run Disney memberships for 2025 will be valid January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2025. Benefits expire on December 31st, 2025 unless you renew. So again, you could be revoked. Again, if you try transferring, it could be revoked. So make sure that you read all these, and that's it. So now we are going to actually see, is it worth it for you?
Hey there, so we've got over what it consists of, what Club Run Disney consists of. Now, is it worth the money? Is there gonna be a value to you? So what I did was I came up with like a chart concept. So it's gonna attract. I'm gonna attach values to certain things. So I'm gonna basically see if it's worth it for you. Now you can play with this chart the way you want to. This is just my way of doing it. So I'm going to have values, actual values. I'm going to define half headaches and full headaches. So half headaches are, to me, it's like, man, I really would like to get in there early. I really would like to get registration out of the way early. But if I don't, it's not the worst thing. I can look up for a charity, or I can just skip it this time, go cheer if I want to. Or a full headache is, man, I cannot miss this. I have to get into the expo as soon as possible. So that's going to be the differences. So I'm going to attach values to all that. So let's go ahead and get started here. So right here we have silver, $289. So it went up $10. So over here is what it used to be. So last year, gold, $635. So it used to be $613. Okay. So now let's start looking at some of the numbers. And this is the actual. This is going to be the actual. So actual is exactly what it is. Alrighty, we do have the base, which is $289. So $289 is going to be taken away already from that $635, because that's the base of what you get when it comes to silver. Okay, so half headaches. There's going to be six registrations and 6 expos that you're going to get into early. All right, so if it's a half headache, I've assigned $25 per. So 6, that's $150. So it's going to be $589 when I add all the way up here. So this is what it's going to be if it's a half headache, right? If it's a full headache, I added $50 per. So it's times 6, okay? So that'll be 300. So it'll be $889? That is going to be the total. So if you see this and you start comparing it to the actual, so this is the actual that you pay. So for me, this would not be worth it.
this would be way worth it if I'm a diehard and I need to get into these, okay? So now let's go over to the next one, which is Platinum. It was $993. It's $993. It was $959, so it went up a little bit. So again, here's the actual, so $993. But we're gonna add over here the corral placement. So that's in case you need to really, you want to get up there as close to the start as possible, so that way you can get more pictures. If you're a slow runner, it'll give you a little bit more of a cushion. That's an awesome thing to have if you're a slower runner. So that's going to be this. So again, we're going to do values here. Now the corral placements is going to be a little bit off because this is going to be per race. But again, there's going to be the challenges have more races. So this could go up when it comes down to it. So these two can go up. I'm just going to make it a base value because you're signing up for 2 different runs or 2, so that's why I'm allowing this right here. So a half headache would be 25 times 12 because now again, registrations, you're going to be able to register for 2 instead of the what's it called, the 6. And so you're going to be able to register. So it's 25, that's $300. The Expo, you go in, that's still only 6. So that's going to be $150. And again, the corral placements, 25 times 12 because it's 12 races, 12 race registrations. Again, it could be more because again, if you sign up for 1 challenge, it can be up to 4 times that you do that. But I'm just going to do, for basic reasons, it's going to be 12, $300, so it's $939. So you see the difference. So this one would not be worth it, but it might be somewhere close to where you say, let's take that into consideration. The full headaches, $50. So now you start looking at the differences right here. So I'm just going to go real quickly, and that's a really high price. That's $1,789. That's the value if you badly want to do all 6 of them. You want to get there early. You want to start early. You want to do all this stuff early. So that you can start seeing that it starts paying off in the value sense. So I did something a little bit fun, and I said, okay, what if I would get a gold, and I'm a kind of a half headache kind of person and stuff. Now, I get automatic registration for Wine Dine, the challenge, because I go in there. But I could technically still do it because I like signing up for the 5K now. But let's say I don't. So this is going to be the total. So it'd be $564. So I would be losing $71. So that's when I have to sit there and think to myself, hey, is this worth it? Do I really want to spend this money? Because it's not going to be 100% worth it for me. But again, what outweighs what you want to do? So this is the challenge that I'm going to give you. You guys have to individually go in there and start thinking to yourself, do I really have to do this? And if you do this, you got to remember you're paying for the whole year, so you cannot just sit there. You can't, you sit there and say, all right, I'm just going to divert it to the next year, because that's not going to happen. So things happen. So just remember that you're going to be paying this money. You're going to be out of pocket this money for the whole year. Now, real quick, how fast do I think registration for the Club Run Disney is going to sell out? That is an excellent question. I think it's going to last very, very little. It could last a little bit longer. If it does, it's because there's not much interest in it. I could see that happening. The thing about it is I have friends of mine who are Club Run Disney, and I've been kind of monitoring if they're going to be renewing, if they're not. And so I know that some have opened up. I do think there's going to be some of the silver that are going to be available. I think very little gold and very little platinum. I think if it's the gold is probably going to be the hardest one to get, if any. There's a possibility that there might not be any at all, so they might not even sell any gold. But I think silver will be available. I think silver will last. That's about the only one that will last. And then platinum will sell out pretty quick too. So again, you're going to have to sit down. If this is something you're interested in, I would sit down, because you only have until tomorrow. Just make your own chart, just like I did, and sit there going like, is it worth it? Is it worth it because of the value that you're going to get to it? If it doesn't have the value that once you're realistic and you say, oh man, I don't really care about buying stuff at the expo. Yeah, I don't really care about corral placement. It's not going to bother me if I get into a run. I really need to get into 3 runs, but not all 6. Again, then start looking at maybe a charity, so that you can regular registration, if not the charity, because again, the value might end up being the same. So it's up to you, and whatever you guys do, magical luck. I hope to God that If you want to get in, you get in. If you don't, just be patient. It's going to come again next year, and people will drop, little by little they're going to drop. And so it's going to be one of those slow processes, but they're going to be able to drop. And so without further ado, I know he said we're not going to talk about it, but obviously we did. So we're going to go back to him. Let's see what he is actually talking about. I have a feeling he's going to say something about D23, but let's go back to see what he's talking about.
That's all I'm really gonna say about princess registration. I know it was, it seemed a little bit easier for a lot of people. It seemed hard for other people that I read online. So what was your experience? Did you get in? Did you get what you liked? Did you get what you wanted? So comment down below. And we'll briefly just say that next week I'm going to talk about D23. I will be going to D23 starting next Friday. But I will be traveling soon, sooner than that. And so I'm going to do a video where I'm going to talk a little bit about my predictions. I think that's a really cool idea. The predictions on what they're going to add to the parks. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff that they're going to add. But more important than what they're going to add is how is it going to affect runDisney. I've done videos on that before, but right now I'm starting to get more and more ideas. So I think it's going to, it is going to basically impact us in the short and maybe even long future. But we'll go ahead and talk about that next week. So yeah, we're not going to do a running video for this week, but we will continue on probably in a couple of weeks because next week I go to D23. But guys, comment down below. What other topics do you guys want to talk about? Did you find anything interesting here about the medal reveal, about princess registration? So just let me know, comment down below. So as usual, create a magical day, create a magical run, and guys, see you sooner than later.